Well, you know Chuck. He's got so many friends, and it was some youngster, probably maybe 10 or 11 years old, wanted to know why that this was so high and the water's so far down.
Yes.
And Rebecca did a great job of explaining that the ice age and so on and so on. And these huge icebergs, they came through and just carved that drug. You know, got quiet for a second. He said, Roma, what was it like that day? Did you talk to Roma? She's taught everybody in this village
for sure.
under the age of 105, right?
And it's my very great pleasure to welcome you here today. Active and excellent outdoor education program. A lot of kids get up here and they learn about the environment that we're trying to preserve for them, and Foley is a wonderful facility for that. We're here to celebrate some achievements. We're fortunate to have a good community supportive network to help us with our conservation goals. And several special park improvements have been possible thanks to many generous friends and donors.
Honored to have a real patron of Foley Mountain in our midst today. Jack Herbert became a seasonal resident of Westport in 2003 and continues to enjoy his summers here with us. He's a retired businessman, having established the largest Harley-Davidson dealership in Canada, in Montreal. He's a committed upland bird hunter, a fly fisherman, an outdoorsman, and he continues to be a keen boater. Jack became interested in the activities of the Friends of Foley Mountain and offered to become a benefactor to support specific projects that the Friends of Foley Mountain were pursuing. We wanted to do this anonymously, but we've convinced him he should get some recognition from our community for his generous donation. Today we're recognizing Jack's generosity by naming the mobility trail in Jack's honor. All right.
I'm Jason Kelly, Chair of the Rideau Valley Conservation Foundation. Well, thank you very much, Alan, for the introduction and leading us into this part of the afternoon. The Rideau Valley Conservation Foundation is pleased to support the many conservation areas within our watershed and pleased to seek funding opportunities for much needed projects here at Foley Mountain.
It's a pleasure to join you all today. Foley Mountain is doing its best to welcome everyone. Being barrier-free opens the doors for more visitors at this lovely Westport donation. In 2008, the Friends of Foley Mountain and the RVCA unveiled the mobility ramp. 3 years later, we're delighted to open up our two new, right behind you, accessible washrooms. Thanks to the Government of Canada's Enabling Accessibility Fund, the RVCA was able to enhance the washrooms in the existing buildings. In addition, along with the barrier-free improvements, such as our mobility ramp and trail, and I know you guys have been over Spy Rock to see that you can get right down there. Great addition. Makes it a friendly and accessible range for outdoor enthusiasts. In all our efforts and investments continue to strengthen our communities, municipalities, and counties. It is a pleasure as an RVCA board member and Upper Watershed resident to support the local opportunities and see value-added community features coming to our rural municipalities. Foley Mountain and all its features is just one more reason to visit Westport and Rideau Lakes Township. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chairman Arbuckle, and also to President Fay, and also to Chair Kelly. It's great to see so many people out here this afternoon, and so many people are behind Foley Mountain here in the community, and it's great to see as well my two favorite mayors, Mayor Thake and Mayor Holman, along with some of their councillors, Dunfield, Carr, and Taylor. So it's great to see so many people out behind us, and I'm delighted, Member of Parliament, and it gives me great pleasure to be here as we share in the results of so much hard work that's gone into this project. And you all know that our government takes seriously its commitment to Canada's environment and outdoor spaces, especially in areas where those will be a legacy that's handed down to future generations. And that's why when the recession hit back in 2008, we ensured that there was money that was set aside to improve Canada's environmentally and culturally important areas. And I was delighted to get behind these projects when I first heard about them, and I'm delighted to be able to see today the results of that work. And of course, the first was the improvements to the access road, which was funded through FedDev under the direction of my colleague, the Honourable Gary Goodyear, the Minister responsible for FedDev, the Federal Economic Development Agency for Southern Ontario. And that road, I can tell you, is a real improvement coming in there as well. And the second, of course, the second project was the accessible washroom project that was funded through HRSDC Canada, and my colleague, the Honourable Diane Finley, the Minister responsible for that. And this is going to help encourage more visitors to come and enjoy Foley Mountain. Both of these projects, of course, will enhance the visitor experience here at Foley Mountain, and I'm pleased to be here today as we celebrate their completion. And we're also responsible for Environment Canada and the weather, and I put in a good word with Minister Kemp when I saw him on the hill earlier today to make sure that the weather held off for this very important celebration. So thank you very much for the invitation to be here today.
Honourable Gord and Mayor Thake and staff of the RVCA, volunteers and Friends of Foley Mountain. So first of all, I want to say thank you, a great big thank you to the Friends of Foley Mountain for what you do in making this such a great attraction to our community. Well, I know that this magnificent 800 acres is located in Rideau Lakes Township, and I have to put that little plug in. It serves a much broader area, and in particular our friends and neighbors in the village of Westport and much beyond that territory. I know when Bill and I speak, if there's something going on in Westport, Foley Mountain's in Westport. It's in Rideau Lakes, and there's something going on in Westport. So we share it, let's put it that way, being our borders are so close. To the Friends of Foley Mountain, thank you for your efforts to continue to improve this centre, which is enjoyed by folks of all ages. Certainly hard work, dedication, and we're certainly fortunate to have so many volunteers that are willing to step forward to help and to maintain a facility of this nature. I'm particularly impressed that over 3,000 youth visited this complex, not only for pleasure, but for education purposes. I believe that the Friends of Foley Mountain was started in 1996, and I believe the mandate is to preserve and maintain Foley Mountain conservation in its natural state for the enjoyment and education of present and future users. I congratulate you for maintaining this mandate. I'm sure it is safe to say that without your financial support and hard work, Foley Mountain would not be what it is today, including these most recent additions such as the paving and what is being unveiled today for the trail. So thank you on behalf of my colleagues on council, and there's a number of them present today. I do thank you on their behalf and also on behalf of the residents of the township of Rideau Lakes. Tourism is important to our area, and Foley Mountain will continue to be an important part of our drawing card to bring people into our territory. Well, keep up the good work, and on behalf of my wife Betty, who's with me today, we thank you for the invitation of being here at the ceremony. Thank you.
Chairman Arbuckle, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and a privilege to be here tonight to welcome you to whatever part of Foley Mountain is in Westport, and to welcome you here along with Ron to Foley Mountain. The Friends of Foley Mountain are the ones that have really kept this thing moving and have kept it organized. At one time there was a problem that we might actually fold up, and we had a meeting, and the Friends of Foley Mountain came through, and as a result you see what has happened since. And we really do owe them a great deal and a great vote of thanks. For the area, for the people that come in here through tourism, we have taken pictures of it. There's an organization called the Westports of the World. There's one in New Zealand, one in Ireland. The rest are in, 3 in Canada, the rest are in the U.S. And pictures of Foley Mountain are in New Zealand, they're in Ireland for sure, and most of the states in the U.S. that we have visited, as well as Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, and of course we'd have one here in Westport, that's for sure. Another way, thank you very much for coming out tonight. Thanks again to the Friends of Foley Mountain. Welcome, enjoy yourself, and hopefully the rain holds on. Thank you.
See Alan and